a king. Today we're talking about Bawa Andani Yakubu, aka B.A. Yakubu. Now, Bawa Andani Yakubu, my brother, my sister, was Gushena. In other words, the king of Gushau. Gushegu, as you say, correct pronunciation, Gushau, is located in the northern region of Ghana. It's at the Gomba area. My brother, my sister, historically, it is tough, both spiritually and physically. My brother, my sister, the Gushenas, or the kings of Gushago, are so revered and feared in the areas because of the history of power that they wielded in the past and even now. Today, as a policeman, he was one of the 4 policemen who helped to oust Kwame Nkrumah. They didn't like Kwame Nkrumah. This is the man we are talking about today. B.A. Yakubu Andani. Better still, B.A. Yakubu. Now, he was born in 1926. That was when he was born. 1926. We don't know what date exactly, but he was born in 1926. My brother, my sister, he lived for about 76 years until 2002. He was a police officer, a politician, and a king. And he was an Inspector General of Police in Ghana, IGP. He also served in the National Liberation Council, the NLC. Nkrumah would say the so-called NLC. He calls them the National Liars Council. Nkrumah referred to them as the National Liars Council because they lied about his presidency and had the people revolt against him, all because of lies. My brother, my sister, let us look at B.A. Yakubu Andani. B.A. Yakubu, Bawa Andani Yakubu, my brother, my sister, was born and bred in Gushago district in the Gold Coast, now called Ghana. Growing up, he knew that he had been born into the royal home, and therefore there was the possibility of him becoming king one day. Jesus. Hey! But he was also interested in the service. In the days, police people were so respected in the area. Nurses and doctors, very respected in the area. And the whole of Ghana. He decided to join the police right then. Hey! My brother, my sister, he joined the police and he rose through the ranks. Yes. And he got appointed as police administrator and later Inspector General of Police from the 3rd of September 1969, after Kwame Nkrumah was ousted 3 years after. And on the 12th of June 1971, he retired, and I will tell you why very soon. In fact, while serving as Deputy Commissioner in the Ghana Police Force, Yakubu was appointed a member of the NLC, the so-called National Liberation Council military government, from the 24th of February 1966 to the 29th of August 1969, for obvious reasons, he helped to oust Kwame Nkrumah. He was one of the 4 police officers on the NLC. The others were J.W.K. Harley, the vice chairman, Anthony K. Deku, commissioner of police, and J.E.O. Nunu, who was commissioner of police administration. My brother, my sister, while serving as the IGP in the NLC, my brother, my sister, his father died. His father was called Gushena Yakubu, or King of Gushagu Yakubu. When he died, his elder brother, Sugri Isa, succeeded their father as Gushena after his death. Unfortunately, Isa also died. Gushena Isa also died. And Bawa Andani Yakubu rose to become the king of Gushagu in February 1971. And he couldn't be a king and at the same time be a policeman. So he decided to choose one. And by tradition, his love for tradition, he jumped on the kingship and took it over in February 1971. Abdullahi Mahama IV, who was the paramount chief, supported him to become king. And because of his name Andani, certainly he belonged to the Andani Gate of Naya, the land of the king, Yendi. We all remember the Abunu Andani gates and how at a point they were at each other's necks. So obviously he was on one side of the gates. By birth, look at the interesting thing. 2 months after he died, the Andani gates against the Abudu gates saw the gruesome murder of Yakubu Andani II. My brother, my sister, he was murdered and slaughtered. He had played a very important role, my brother, my sister, in the walk to peace, justice. But by his name, it always resonated one side of the gates. He didn't live to see the gruesome murder of the Yana, maybe because he was always preaching peace and decorum and always talking about a way the issues could be resolved without bloodshed. But just 2 months after he died, all hell broke loose. And there was a full-fledged of the war. 2 gates, 2 brothers, and the king was slaughtered. It brought along disunity into the area. But at the end of it all, there is peace there. Asante Hini played a role. Many more wonderful people played a role. But today we remember this man. In fact, 3 years after Kwame Nkrumah was overthrown, with the help of all these people, my brother, my sister, including J.W.K. Harley, Bawa Andani Yakubu was awarded a member of the Order of the Volta, MV, in 1969. Obviously, for his role as a policeman and, of course, in the ousting of Kwame Nkrumah, as Harley and the rest were deeply involved in the removal of Kwame Nkrumah. Today we remember we remember the story of a former IGP, my brother, my sister, Bawa Andani Yakubu. We remember a policeman by passion. We remember the ousting of the president. We remember, my brother, my sister, the end of a time for a man who chose to become a king and pushing away his very passion of being a policeman. Today, my brother, my sister, we remember this soul. And we say, he died at the age of 75 or 76. Because we don't know exactly when he was born, except that he was born in 1926. We remember you. We remember you. Gushena Yakubu. And in the burden of knowledge, I ask you, now that you know the story of Gushena Yakubu Andani, what would you say? Bianani ole mini oba fe yenzunda kagane meza ka yini ya pabango bokaya nan fifi ya nyanu kai nawo ba na enwe be den lele yanjima singa be kunne lele yanjima singa beri. It's been the African history class. The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.